Hey everyone, it's Rev here again. It is currently New Year's, but I'm here. I want to do a commentary. As you can see, this video has already been recorded. It's a 15-minute run of me doing Hydra on normal, and it's basically me showing you guys a mostly free-to-play team, right? So we have 4 out of the 6 champions here are totally free-to-play in this team for normal Hydra. Basically, this is a way for mid-game players to be able to get in here and get your frags for the Medusa champion or whatever it's just called, right? Because a lot of people seem pretty hopeless about the Hydra content. If you're early game, you definitely shouldn't bother because you're not going to have big gear. But what I want to make clear is that at least for the normal difficulty and possibly even hard, I wouldn't know because my clan doesn't have it open yet, so I haven't tried it. But for normal for sure, and possibly even hard, mid-game free-to-play accounts can absolutely compete. And as you can see here, again, 4 champions that are free-to-play. I do include Herndig in here. He was a fusion champion. I do count those as free champions. But even if there's no Herndig here, you have Ninja, you have Arbiter, and you have Drax, which are all amazing free options against Hydra. Burn damage is your friend here to deal a ton of damage. And these two you can basically replace, right? If you don't have Royal Guard, you're going to be missing some AoE damage, but that's not going to matter because to get the last chest here, you need to do 6.6 mil damage, and this run actually did 9.2, meaning I didn't really need any of the damage my Royal Guard is putting out. And the most important thing about him is actually the AoE decrease speed, which is very helpful, so that the heads take less turns, and that means your champions get eaten slower, right? So it's not really an AoE slow, it's 4 hits at random, but basically he puts decreased speed on a bunch of heads, which is really good. So you might want to replace him with Scylla the Drakes, for example, which is a great champion that also does decrease speed on her A1 potentially, especially if she's booked. She's going to be bringing you more heals because this team lacks a couple of heals. My main heal here is actually Arbiter's A2 and Doom Priest, and then Doom Priest as well you guys can replace. It can be Shamel, for example, if you guys have him, because she's basically here to remove the fear from the Head of Torment, and it can also be any cleanser like Mausolean Mage or even Hugo. So that's your guys' option for replacing these 2 champions right here, and then the other 4 are totally free to play. Most people have Herndeg who are playing free to play. If you don't, you can like just put in some other champion that does AoE decrease defense that hits hard, which is basically what he was doing here. So now let's get into the run. Hopefully this thing disappears. Okay, it's gonna be a weird commentary video. I'll try to keep up with what I did here. So I'm gonna start off with the increase attack and boost right off the bat. I'm gonna make sure not to hit the Head of Torment right there with my Doom Priest so she doesn't get feared. Gonna go into the Royal Guard's land. Again, does a bunch of damage. Horndig too with that A3. We are focusing the Head of Torment here as early as possible. Not gonna hit Head of Torment here because I don't want my Drax to be feared. That head of decay is about to purge everything, so we basically want to chill for a bit. I also saved my Arbiter's A3 right there, as you can see. And Arbiter is absolutely MVP, by the way. She is the best free-to-play champion for Hydra, hands down, and you're going to be seeing why in this video. She is so good. He's going to get provoked on the Royal Guard. Like right here, you can use her A2 to decrease buff duration on the heads, and that goes for buffs that the Head of Mischief steals and applies to the other heads, for example. And she's not even booked. If she's booked, it's 100%. For me, it's 75%, so there's some RNG involved. But if you book your Arbiter, she's going to be even better. That's one of the reasons. You're going to see the other one later. I'm going to leave it to you guys as a surprise. I don't want to spoil it, because she came in big here. So as you can see, Doom Priest removing all the fears. If you have a cleanser, it's not going to be as effective as Shamel, because it's not like all the time, right? It has a cooldown, but it can still be used for sure. Ninja is an insane damage dealer, by the way. There we go, she revives, she heals people. Ninja and Horndig are going to get a ton of HP. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Ninja is great for focusing the Head of Torment, which for this rotation specifically is the easiest head to kill, minus the Head of Mischief, right? The Head of Mischief actually has lower defensive stats than Head of Torment, at least subjectively from what I can gather by hitting both heads, right? That's like a feel kind of thing. I don't have the actual stats for the heads, but Head of Mischief does have the hit redirection, which Head of Torment doesn't have, so that just makes Head of Torment way easier to kill. Ninja's gonna go down there. Like I said, he places Veil on himself and he absolutely deals a bunch of damage to the Head of Torment. Drax is here to be applying burn damage as much as possible. He gets hit, he has his passive, which is gonna apply burn to a lot of heads, including Head of Mischief, who's taking a lot of damage from our AoE and burns, even though we can't hit it directly. So that's a very good way to deal with it. Right here, it's gonna take a little while to get my Ninja back, because again, my Arbiter is not booked, so the A3 takes a little while to come back. My Doom Priest is on Relentless, by the way. I don't think she took a lot of double turns here in this run, but that's fine. There was something else I want to say. Oh yeah, I have no Masteries on Drax. He's a new champion to me. As you can see, he's still level 48 even. So if I could give him Giant Slayer, I would be able to deal even more damage because his A1 is a triple hitter, and down goes the Head of Torment. That's gonna make things way easier. We're gonna not be getting feared for a solid while, which is cool. Gonna use Arbiter's A2 right there again to reduce the increased attack that the Head of Mischief stole from me on the other heads. You do want to do that because they hit really hard with that increased attack, let me tell you. It is not a joke. Gonna get my ninja back out here. Took a while to get him back, but it's gonna be fine. I'm also gonna be working towards getting my Royal Guard out of that head's mouth. Head of Mischief is slowly going down. Same thing for my Arbiter in terms of masteries, by the way. I was talking about how I don't have masteries for my Drax. I don't have for Arbiter either. If she had a, what's it called, War Master, she would be doing a bunch of damage too on her A1 whenever she hits, and on the A2, which is an AoE. So that's even more extra damage that you guys can get, like more damage than even what I'm doing if you have masteries on those two, because I don't. I'm having a really hard time talking today. I'm kind of out of it, man. It's New Year's. I'm kind of tired, but you guys can see basically what's going on here. I tried to kill the Head of Mischief there. I got redirected. Sad, sad, sad stuff. But it's fine. It's gonna slowly wither away to the burns, like right here. Lots of burns damage coming out. Gonna use Arbiter's A2 again to hopefully reduce some of that ally protection. And reflect. Gonna keep applying the burns on whoever doesn't have it, so I'm gonna hit that head right there. You guys are still about to see how insane Arbiter is, by the way. This is still not her full potential. You're gonna see it in a second, why she's so crazy for Hydra. Because you're looking at this and you're like, you dealt 9.2 mil, but you've barely dealt 4 mil right now, and your champions are kind of dying, so... The whole secret to how we're gonna get that far is Arbiter, for sure. Gonna heal people. The heal is so huge here, honestly. It's usually a part of her kit that's overlooked, right? You don't really use Arbiter for healing, but it's really good here. Look at that. That's why she's so good. You saw it right there. Full team revive. She's gonna do it like once or twice more in this fight even. So hands down, she's the best free-to-play champion that you can have in here, because she can just keep reviving everybody and boosting everybody's HP up. And you pair her with someone like a Doom Priest or a Scylla the Drakes to keep that HP even more topped off, and all of a sudden you have a really solid survivability squad, which doesn't even have a defensive champion on it. If you think about it, it's kind of crazy, right? I have a ton of offensive champions here. That's all I have. Ninja, Royal Guard, Horndig, Drax, those are all offensive champions, and even Arbiter herself to a certain extent. Make sure to focus the decapitated heads, by the way, because you'll do way more damage. I know you might be thinking, oh, just keep hitting the other heads to decapitate them, but you get a ton of extra damage by hitting the decapitated head. I don't remember the percentage exactly right now, but it's definitely worth it for you to do. That's about it. Just gonna keep applying the burns. Didn't land right there, unfortunately. I think we saw Royal Guard's A3 go off and deal decreased speed to a bunch of heads, and I didn't really touch on it. I especially like him against Head of Mischief because he gets to hit it if you click his A3 on it. And it usually decreases its speed, which is very good because Head of Mischief is super fast. It's really fast. Being able to bring that head down a notch makes a huge difference. I'm gonna hit there. I was considering not doing it because his A3 is gonna come back next turn, and so ideally I would like to not be feared so that I can do it. But I decided to hit the Head of Torment anyways, and pray for RNG once he gets to go. Gonna do the ninja burn here. We're gonna take a bunch more damage, and look at that, dude. Arbiter is insane. I'm telling you guys. Look at how good she is. If you're free to play in your mid game, look, decrease speed on a bunch of heads, including Head of Mischief, like I was saying. If you're free to play mid game, Arbiter is your ticket to doing normal and possibly hard, like I was saying, so you can absolutely get your frags towards the new champion and also the sets. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. A lot of people are super hopeless right now about the Hydra content. And yeah, it's hard. I'm going to be showing you guys the gear at the end, by the way. I know you want to see it. It's not God tier gear, I promise. It's mid game. So if you're early game, you're definitely not going to be able to do this, but you don't have to be late game. That's basically why I'm making this video. I am free to play myself. I've been playing for about a year now, I think. I think that's it. I don't even know if I've been playing for a year at this point, but a year, give or take. Now people are gonna start dying, unfortunately. Head of Mischief swallowed my Arbiter, but I think it's gonna die to the burns. This is why the burn's so good, right? Look, I don't even have to hit the head that consumed my Arbiter, because it's just slowly ticking down to the burns. And then the Royal Guard helps, of course, like we were talking about. Gonna take a bunch of more heads down. Head of DK and Head of Torment should be going down here, I think. Or did I lose soon? I guess not, because I dealt 9.2, so we still have some runtime here to look at. This was the first time I actually decapitated every single head, by the way. This was my best run so far. I needed some time to get accustomed to the content, right? So that's gonna go down. My first runs were definitely unimpressive, and I wasn't making videos on it because I had a couple disasters. How many weeks has it been now that we're in this rotation? 3 or 4? 2 of those weeks, for a fact, I know that I screwed up and I wasted my first key, where I meant to regroup and I ended up not doing it because the game like cracked out on me. You know when the game decides that the battle's over, so you can't click the pause button anymore? That's basically what happened to me in 2 of those weeks, and so I lost my ninja and my arbiter right away while dealing like 2 mil damage, and I couldn't make any videos, and I was like, god damn it. So now finally, I got my shit together in a certain sense, and I can show this to you guys. Look, dude, she's so good. That's insane. You can't tell me that's not insane. She is the best free-to-play. My thumbnail is not clickbait. She is the best free-to-play champion for Hydra. No question about it. She's better than Syl, better than the other free options. She is the best. Imagine having her booked, dude. I don't have her booked. If you book her, her A3 goes down. The cooldown goes down by a further 2 turns, which is really good. I was hoping my Herndeg would get the kill there to get an extra turn. It would have been so good, but he didn't. That head has to have like 1 HP right now. So unfortunate. Yeah, I did make sure to show you guys the build when I recorded this at the end of the video. Now the head's gonna go blow up to the burn. And yeah, at this point we've taken every single head down at least once. Pretty amazing, right? Completely free to play, mid-game, about 1 year-ish account. Pretty cool, I would say. Pretty cool. Gonna go for the weekend on that head. Even the weekend that Arbiter does on here, wait, 81, Jesus Christ, is so good. Look at the damage Herndeg's gonna do right now. So good. I think I went for the... Okay, never mind. It must be later down the line. Because as Drex, you really just want to keep using his A1 to give HP burn to everybody. But I think as a desperation maneuver, after Head of Mischief, it's my ninja here. Yeah, I actually use the A2 to do some extra damage to it. I think at some point. There's the extra turn. I think that was the only extra turn my Doom Priest ever got the entire fight, huh? She's in Relentless. That's basically how you want to build her, ideally. You want to give her Relentless and a bunch of speed, so she can keep going and purging people. If you guys are going to run Doom Priest, I should tell you, she should be the fastest out of all of these. Arbiter is obviously faster to her, because my Arbiter is for Arena, and she has 336 speed to be exact, which is a shitload. And look at how good she is. She's just so good. But my Doom Priest is faster than everybody that's not Arbiter here. That's basically what I'm saying. And the reason that's important is, once your champions go and they get feared, for the fear to be removed by the time their next turn comes around, Doom Priest has to be the fastest to go again before they do, so she can purge the fear and stuff. That's basically it. Now, I don't think we ended up killing Head of Mischief here. I think we lost our ninja forever, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was trying to hit it to get the weekend out there with the Arbiter. I got redirected. It is what it is. Then I tried for another hit and actually got lucky there with the Royal Guard. And here's where I used the A2. I was praying to get my ninja back, but I don't think it worked. Yeah, we're about to lose here any second now. Like, right there, if she was booked, she would have another revive for us. And then ninja's gone, he got swallowed forever, he's being digested right now. It is what it is, you know? At this point, it's just our main wife here, the carry of the team. Absolutely amazing woman. Saw us through the whole thing, revived us a bunch of times, healed us, reduced buffs. She revived people again, actually. Look at her go. I didn't even remember this, I swear to you guys. I might have been kind of drunk when I was playing this last night, so I don't even remember everything that happened, to be honest. I did not remember that at all, that she got another revive off. It's kind of insane when you think about it. Yeah, that's it, that's the run. Didn't take forever, right? 12 minutes, 1 key, very easy, very simple. I'm gonna show you guys the stats, and then I'm out. We're gonna have some barbecue today, it's New Year's Eve. I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna have some meat. It's gonna be great, you can see the damage right there. So Drax, Royal Guard, Ninja. It's mostly Ninja. Ninja and Herndeg and Drax deal a bunch of damage. You don't need the Royal Guard damage, like I was telling you. That 2 mil isn't gonna make a difference. It should still be a 1 key. So there's my Ninja's build. He has Cruel, some speed, he has accuracy. Those are his masteries if you want to pause and look at it, but it's basically War Master and a bunch of accuracy masteries. Right there, he has 3.5k attack and 206 crit damage, as well as 235 accuracy, which is enough for normal at least. And then we have our main lady here, 336 speed, MVP absolutely, showing you that she is not booked. She can be even better, insane, insane, insane. I'm in love with this chick right now. Let me tell you. She's usually not my type, but hey, she's putting in so much work. How can you not fall in love with her? Let's be honest. Then we have Herndeg. My Herndeg is fully booked, just for the record. Great champion. I made sure to book him. He has a bunch of perception gear. He has a hybrid build for a bunch of damage and accuracy. So 4.3k attack, 210 crit damage, and 319 accuracy, which is plenty for Hydra. In case you're wondering, the accuracy requirements for Hydra seem to be pretty low, at least for normal. I have these champions with 200, 220 accuracy, and they're doing enough. My Royal Guard right there has 268% crit damage. The attack doesn't really matter because his damage is based on max HP, which only scales off of crit damage and not attack. So then we have Drex. He has 3k defense, just about. I did give him crit and a bunch of damage, so he has 177% crit damage and 100% crit rate, as well as 290 accuracy. He is not mastered at all. I started doing his masteries recently, but it's not even done. Once I get the mastery that makes his burn be applied at a 3-turn duration instead of 2, he's gonna be even way better. And he's also not booked, so this team has potential to grow, right? Is what I'm showing you. That's basically what it is. And I think that's every champion. Looks like I'm scrolling. I'm kind of confused. I think that's every champion, right? That should be the end of the video. Yeah, and then, oh yeah, Doom Priest. That's what I forgot to show you guys. That I was scrolling yesterday. I was definitely drunk. I was looking for my Doom Priest here. That's hilarious. Let me see if my drunk ass can find my champion. There she is, okay. So like I told you guys, she's in Relentless and a bunch of speed. So she has, to the drum roll, 224 speed. And she doesn't need anything else, to be honest. Like, you can give her defensive stats, HP, defense. But all she really needs is speed so she can keep worrying everybody. And that's being it for the video. Look, she's not booked. She doesn't have masteries either. I could also give her War Master. So this team has a ton of potential to grow. As a pretty much free-to-play team, like I was telling you guys, 4 out of the 6 champions are completely free-to-play. Raid is trying to get me to buy stuff again. And you can see there, I'm showing you the 1 key 9.2 with this team. That's basically it. Like I was saying, you can replace Doom Priest and Royal Guard with the champions that I mentioned in the beginning. And that's been it for the video. Hopefully you guys learned something. Look, you can use Coffin Smasher as a cheap burn if you need to do some extra damage after the first key. Because sometimes you do the first key and you land at like 5.5 mil damage and you need 1 mil more with the other 2 remaining keys. So you can fit in there some scuffed HP burn champions like Coffin Smasher, even though he's a rare, to deal that extra 1 mil. That's basically the point I was trying to make there when I was recording yesterday, I believe. And the video's over. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I was able to show you guys something. I was very excited that I was able to do this. I really want us to beat the normal Hydra so I can try this on hard. I think it should work as well. But even if you look here at my clamp, there's a certain pattern, right? People are using Ninja because they know the HP burn is absolutely insane, and it is. We have this person here using Mordecai as well. And then down here, I don't know what that legendary champion does actually. I'm not going to comment on this team because I don't know what most of these champions do, but you can see there's HP burn here from Mordecai, here from Ninja. There's basically a pattern here. This guy is using Shamel with Arbiter, which is a really good combo, like I was telling you guys, if you guys can do it. So, yeah, that's it. I keep rambling. Happy New Year's to everybody. This video is going on longer than it should because I talk too much. And we have slain the Hydra. Happy holidays, blah, blah, blah. I'm out of here.